All right. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings and salutations. Another session of D&D. We're gonna try and do this one super quick, you know. Starting a little early tonight, but people have schedules to do, so we're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna let them finish their story, and then we're gonna do the old popping on in a Rooney thing I'm gonna do. So sit back, relax, and hopefully my power doesn't go out again. Um, let- right. This is weird. One sec. Something very strange has happened. Do I? Oh boy, things happen. Background. Fixing. Going on right now. What? What? Huh? Okay, I'm gonna switch scenes and we're gonna see what's going on because something. I think something broke. Oh, they changed stuff. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's switch over and see what happens. Okie dokie. So apparently, the thing that uses the images that I have had a big update that I was unaware of, so I'll have to figure that out. Love it when things change.
Yeah, especially if you didn't know. Man, I love that picture of that,
So I'll
how
have to
that
fix that later.
that's so beautiful. It's like a last homely house kind of house.
I don't understand what's going on here. Whatever. I'll figure it out later. But as true to nature, I'm just gonna have to wing it. Um, so who can recall what happened last time?
Well, we fell out of the portal, and Kozik and Temporalis were the only two that didn't get knocked out. And so we had to chill out for a little while everyone recovered, and there were noises of large creatures outside. We never did find one of them yet.
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 Outside of we found a
Yeah,
cave or
like
we
in the
came through in a
mountains.
cave. Did we come through in a cave or did we find a cave?
We went to a cave.
We went to a cave, okay.
Mhm. And once we recovered, we went to this town, and there were like yak people and Yuan-ti there. And we were talking with one of the yak guys, and he said that he would help us travel. I forget how much gold it was. It was like 5 or 6 gold a day.
Total.
Very,
Add-on.
very low.
Help us travel to where? Where was he going to help us?
Travel to Chronosis.
Oh, right. Pretty good. Came out in the right world.
Well, one can only hope it's the right world.
Well, if he knows Chronosis, that's helpful. I mean, that's a good sign. That bodes well.
It's another world with another Chronosis.
Yeah, right. An alternate Chronosis. Don't get any ideas, DM.
All right. And if that's all you can recall.
Uh, is there
Does
anything
anybody else have
else?
anything they remember?
Let me see.
I know I put my foot in my mouth pretty hard. Oops, L. I know that we were in the middle of chatting when you suddenly cut out as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much you guys caught, but it was basically
We just started on a journey up the mountain again.
Yeah.
Or we were going to.
yeah, so pretty much he was just you guys were making a deal for some travel and yeah, I guess the TLDR is did you guys want to stick around for a day or just head straight out? Because I think that was around when I ended up cutting out.
We're all at 1 hit point, right?
Wait, what?
From being
Hey.
knocked out.
No, we recovered because we
Oh. Okay.
all slept through the night.
Uh,
Yeah, I think we all rested in the cave while Kozik was on watch. Dancing around and doing dwarven karate.
Right.
And his name was, what's his name was Marlin? The guy that's going
Yeah,
to
our
take us.
guide.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
We're in the town of Mox
Yes, the town of Mox.
village. Well, and then did we determine is it past midday already, or I don't quite remember how we were resolved kind of at the end of last time of yeah, let's just get going, or if we wanted to stay the night. I don't really remember how we felt.
I think we
but,
ended there because I think that's
yeah,
where
but I just don't know what our kind of general feeling was after that session of kind of. So I don't really know.
I think we just finished our, didn't we just finish our talk and we are going to get the premium package to
Right,
with
but
Marlin.
are we staying the rest of the night, or are we trying to get going as soon as possible?
Oh yeah,
And I
well
don't
what
remember
time of
how
day
if
is
we
it?
resolved kind of oh, we're kind of feeling like we should just get going, or if we should stay or not. But I mean, I could do either.
I think it was like in the afternoon, approaching evening.
And it's a couple of mountains over. He was pointing like a couple of mountains over in the range. So maybe if it's afternoon approaching evening, maybe we ought to like just, make sure we have all the gear we need and all the supplies we need and head out early morning.
Oh,
Just a
actually,
thought.
we should probably ask him about the big scary monster on the mountain. The thing that you
Oh
saw,
yeah.
Temporalis. These guys are locals.
Yeah. We kept hearing footsteps but never saw it, right? We didn't see it, right?
Oh,
Nope.
we were
Nope.
all unconscious.
Yeah, we were knocked out.
Yeah. Well, Kozik heard the footsteps, so Kozik was on watch.
Oh, that's
You and Kozik saw it, so Kozik, I'm presuming that Kozik saw at least some of it.
I saw nothing.
Yeah, it was footsteps mostly.
We were just being chased by something large. Is there some beastie in the mountains, mister?
Wait, didn't the DM say we saw something ominously, like the outline of something just massive?
Oh,
Or am I misremembering that?
That is true. We did see some sort of
silhouette.
figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're asking old Marlin?
yes.
Oh, yeah. You don't worry about that much. It goes about and roams. It minds its own business for the most part.
So it doesn't attack anyone or anything.
Nope. I reckon we're way too small for it to even notice.
Hmm.
What is it?
Oh, it's just a big old elemental feller.
Elemental. Like from the
Yeah,
plains of.
yeah. And he's looking at you like, you didn't know this? Like this is such. This seems without really needing to utilize any kind of like um insight or anything. He seems to have this look on his face like you didn't know, just like it seems very common knowledge around here. So there's a little bit of that taken aback, like you didn't know. Oh, wait a minute, you're not from around here, kind of.
You cut out, at least on my end, when you said what it is.
That was you, hun. You said it's an
Oh,
elemental.
an elemental. Okay.
It's my. It's, okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much. Well, yes, he's pretty much the answer to the question. Big elemental.
I don't know what that is, and it sounds like Niavara has a big reaction to that. Tell us more, Niavara.
Well, I mean, I've only heard about them. I don't exactly interact with them. But there would have been like on the plane of fire, elementals.
The plane of fire.
They're basically just like big blobby embodiments of the elements. I actually speak their language, or at least one of it. primordial.
Didn't we meet some of those once like that?
Yes, the fire
Oh,
elemental party.
right. That
But
over the big wall in the. Yeah, right.
fire isn't the only type of it, though. There's water, uh, air. I've heard it, don't fight air. Air is not fun. You get beaten around. And then there's
Water,
earth.
earth, air, fire. Right.
Earth, yeah. If it was an elemental, well, from the environment, I would say earth. Ooh, that wouldn't have been fun if it had caught us. Now, would it have been?
Why? It sounds like he doesn't bother the people here. Why would it have been a problem?
We probably like fell right on top of it. Or else, and she sort of glances at Mr. Temporalis. Is there a reason why the elements themselves want to kill you?
For no more reason than they might want to kill you. Have you pissed off any
Many.
elementals recently?
No. As said, I know their language.
Well, why would it concern you then, or why would it worry you?
Do you want to get beaten up by a giant thing of sentient rock?
No, but he said it's not harmful. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt anyone.
I wasn't the one who ran away from them like a big baby.
What?
Yesterday. We all fell. Most of us were unconscious, right?
Right.
Temporalis and Kozik had to pick all of us up, presumptively. And then when they were scurrying on back, they said they saw something in the mountains. That was the thing we were asking about. If that thing was an elemental, I'm asking why Temporalis ran from it.
I do not assume to know the temperance of whatever I come across that I have never met before. I mean, if you preferred I left you out in the snow and fended for myself, then I would have, but you are welcome. And he seems to be a little furrow on his brow, like almost slightly offended.
We're most appreciative of your care, Temporalis. Don't get the wrong idea. We're most appreciative.
I'm more trying to, fit these two puzzle pieces together. I don't doubt that whatever it was threatening you. Do you understand? That's my problem. If it's as these people say, they're not aggressive, they don't come at you, then what you saw wasn't an elemental.
Temporalis, were you able to identify it when you saw it? Did you know it was an elemental, or did you just see this big thing and said, "Let's get out of here"? Or did you know what it was?
I did not want to even try to identify it. My
Right.
prime goal was to get you all to safety.
Yeah.
All I heard was footsteps, and I can tell the difference between. And he stomps his foot on the ground a little bit. I can tell the difference between something our size and something that is thunderously loud.
And then Mr. Marlin, does thunderously loud, sort of coming up to you sound like an elemental?
Yeah, that sounds like him to me.
Are they known for being aggressive or like a problem?
Nope. I mean, not around these
Did-
parts unless you piss them off or something.
What could piss them off?
I don't know. It hasn't been pissed off yet, so
Mm.
insulting their mothers?
Do they normally come up to investigate things?
Not really. They don't really steer around here that much. Maybe once or twice, but beyond that, not really.
So they don't interact with sentience much then.
I mean, I've heard people going around it and stuff, but nobody really tries to interact with something that big.
I mean, fair enough. Who wants to get squished? It's a big thing of rocks. Hmm. Does it ever, like, have you ever interacted with it? Like, has it come up to see what you were doing?
Nope. I'm way too busy being out and about, doing trades, other small villages. But, those are pretty few and far between, so I often don't really interact with it. I
So,
mean, if
like,
it's even out and
Okay.
about.
when you're walking, it doesn't, like, come up to see you.
Not that I'm aware of, unless this whole mountain's a big elemental.
Oh, that'd be crazy. I would be, getting off this mountain ASAP. I'd buy
You're
one of
I've,
them.
sounding a bit worried, Niamara. Is there a reason that you're so worried?
Do you want to live on something that's living?
I mean, you live
No,
on a
I'm
planet,
just saying. Exactly.
and he kneels
Eberron
down and pats the
is
earth.
That's right.
Eberron is long dead. We all know this.
So
Whatever.
you're
It's
more okay with living on a corpse than a living creature?
She gave up her life, yeah, obviously. For the people that she made. All things well known.
you you see that you see it as dead. All of this, you see it as dead.
She wrapped herself around her younger sister, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Oh,
anyway, is there a reason that you're concerned about the elemental? I mean, everything that Marlon's telling us is that, it's not something to worry about, and I'm just wondering why you're worried about it.
my point is, what Marlon is saying is that it doesn't ever, like, come up to talk to people. It doesn't, initiate contact with people that are going to and from places. This guy was.
Well, a bunch of people just fell out of the sky, didn't they? They just fell right out. We went to his territory. We're the ones that fell in his place. We just fell
It,
right out of the sky. He was probably just doing whatever he does, and then we fell out of the sky. And it was probably a bit curious.
It could also just be coincidental.
hmm.
It was going that way already, and we showed up
Right.
there.
We just showed up.
Like, from what we know, it never even approached us. It was so far away that all you could see was a silhouette.
No, but it
Might have
is
not
really
even
big.
known we were there.
True enough. True enough. This is like me just, doing the thing of trying to, like, save our skins in the future. If we're going to be
Oh, I
climbing in this
understand
thing.
the potential threat, yeah. If it's large enough to where it's shaking the ground when it walks, it could kill us without even noticing.
Yes. Part of the problem too is that some elementals can't even, like, talk back. They'll understand primordial if you speak to it. But, like, you can't understand the language they're speaking back, which is scary as hell.
So, Marlon, seems like you travel around here quite a bit. What are your thoughts on leaving now versus uh getting a bit more preparations and then leaving in the morning?
Well, I mean, if you're leaving now, then you're gonna get caught up in the evening. Much harder to see things, get around things. If you leave in the morning, then you got a whole day to get through, see everything, avoid any hazards, any rocks falling or avalanches. Much easier to see them coming when you got sunlight. Filler.
Well, that's fine. Why don't we let's just have a nice night at an inn or a tavern and just set off in the morning.
Honestly, a lot of our journey has been taking the long route. No need to rush things now, right?
Well, there's not that much gonna be that much light once we get all ready to go and Merlin's ready to go. So let's enjoy the night. We haven't been around other people or a town for quite a while. I won't mind a little town, you know, a little bit of town and people.
No kidding. Um, I'll leave it up to the group. I think both would be fun. I am always capable of finding something for myself to be up to. And she
Well, if
winks.
there's hospitality to be had, then maybe we should avail ourselves of it. What say you, Mr. Marlin?
Yeah, can you recommend a good inn?
Well, I mean, that's up to y'all's. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, once we start heading out, that's when I start getting, paid for guiding.
Can you recommend a good inn?
I mean, yeah, I guess there's the bar. Not really much of an inn. We're not big enough to really have an inn.
Well, does it have a few rooms?
One or two with a nightly drunkard.
Is there anywhere that has beds that we could use?
Yeah, there's plenty of. I'm sure there's folks around here. They're pretty hospitable. I'm sure somebody could let you sleep, in their homestead. Or I guess if you want to, sleep in the bar, then the people get a little too drunk and end up falling asleep right there on the floor. Just scoot them to the side.
That does sound like it could be interesting. Like I said, like, do we want to? It's just like, do we want to spend the night here, or we can even like, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't mind a drink. And doesn't that sound nice? It's been a while, eh?
Has it been? I feel like it's been fine.
Right, but Zed, come on, don't you think it'd be nice to have a drink?
Yeah, that's sounds good to me.
Right, so let's go check out this bar then.
We will do something till the morning.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
All
Lead
right,
looks upon us.
so y'all's wanting
What's
to
that?
wait till the morning then?
It might be smart
All
if
right
they're gonna
then.
have a drink there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's come on this way. I guess I'll show you around. There's not really much to really see here, but well, we're small and humble.
It's
Yeah.
a lovely little town, little mountain town.
And he turns and starts heading into the town proper. Oh, slash village, more village town. Small living area for a very small amount of people proper. And as he's walking inward, closer to you'd probably assume to be the center, um, you we would see people like walking by and they'd nod to Marlin and he'd nod back and they'd wave and he'd wave and every so often somebody would like walk up to him and they'll have a really short or brief conversation about what his plans is gonna be and he's like yeah, I got a job, gonna be out of town for a little bit, but the usual. You know how things are. Gotta get that trade route. Well, guide, I guess, this time. And he just seems generally known here. And everybody seems relatively hospitable. They're nice. Nobody's giving you guys weird looks. They're just kind of walking up to Marlin and interacting in some small way, shape, or form of as would be known as a common or mundane interaction. And then he makes his way to the bar. And it matches the aesthetic of the town. That's sort of like serpentine, pointed roof. Multiple story. It's only really two. It's if you imagine there's like the first floor, which is the bar, and then the second floor, which is probably the couple of rooms they talk about. Um, but it's pretty homely. It seems cozy from the outside. You can see like the lanterns and the lights hanging due to the time of day, not really on, but just idly hanging. A soft wind causes them to sway every so often. It's a very it gives a very welcoming appeal. Oh, the name. And as you approach it, there's just a little sign. It's not big, it's not extravagant, it's not pasted on the side of the building to be very ornate. It's just a little standing sign that says Moxie's Bar. Well, I guess since y'all's new to town, get some new patronage, you'll earn me some brownie points with old Mox. Come on in.
Let's go.
Marlon, and didn't you say the name of this town is Mox? Is it
Yeah,
named after the people that own the bar?
nope. People that own the bar weren't original folks. It's just sometimes you name your kids after your town.
Sure, okay.
He kind of shrugs. I mean, I don't exactly ask people why they name their kids what they do, but hey, who am I to judge? And he like holds the door open for you guys to walk in. After y'all's.
Thank you, sir.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, yeah. A guide and a gentleman. And as you guys walk in, oh, totally missed opportunity. As you guys walk in, it look it's pretty sizable. It's not cramped, but it's not too big. It's big enough to have like 6 or 7 tables. There's a bar off to the side. It appears to be made of like stone. Like a lot of stuff in here is stone. There's a little wood here and there, but considering their living quarters, they make do with what they have available. Um, so there's like this uh, marbled black and white um bar slash countertop, and behind the bar is this just wall of varying degrees of bottles and like corked bottles and different shapes, and a couple of them look like they could be like the moonshine-esque bottles, but you know they're kind of off to the sides a little bit more. um the tables do seem like they're made of wood, but they also seem to have like a layer of cleanliness to them and maybe a little bit of sheen, probably for those of you who might be akin to some carpentry or what have you. Weather treated tables, so they actually look like they're in pretty decent shape. Um, Same with the chairs. The floor is also made of wood. Let's see here. That's made of wood. Yeah, yeah. So basically, the only wood in here is like the floor, the tables, um, and some small things here and there. But for the most part, this bar is stone walls, stone counter, bar and counter, stone roofing with a little bit of wooden struts and supports, but they seem to know how to shape stone in a way that is pretty um, reliable. And as you walk in, there's a couple of folks, a few Yatkin sitting at a table. They seem to be drinking. There's a couple of Yuan T sitting at the table at another table, just chit chatting amongst themselves, having a good time. And Marlin walks in, and they all just they look up and notice, and do basically as you expect at this point. They notice Marlin. He nods and waves, and he'd even like go over to their tables and like put an arm around one of the Yuan T, and they'll just banter for a minute, and then he'll look back to you guys. Well, the world's your oyster. I guess within the confines of this building. And then he'll go over to the other like Yatkin folks, and he'll actually take a seat for a minute, and like he just nonchalantly schmoozes himself into the conversation, just slides on in, and then you see him like take a swig of one of their mugs of ale. And behind the bar, as far as people, there is a Yuan T lady. Um, and she has like bluish, like kind of like light blue scales here and there, very humanoid. So she seems to be of the as they say in the books, the pure blood type. And she seems to be taking note of everybody coming in and cleaning some glasses as you do. You are now in Moxie's bar.
Well, I think we should take head up to. Sorry, the actual bar to see the bartender herself to get a drink.
Right, let's grab a table. I'm gonna put my back down on one of these tables here.
Inanna walks over, calm, strong, elegant looking, and then she proceeds to orders.
Oh, you're not. That's right.
Something very strong off the menu that she can think of, like dead-end eyes, as she orders like basically the D&D equivalent of just vodka straight.
Everclear.
Oh, that's painful.
So a vodka beverage, a vodkonian.
Yes.
All right, so you'd walk up to her. Oh, so you want a dead man's whopper? Very well. And she goes to one of the bottles, comes back and pours it and pours a decent sized cup and slides it to you. Newcomers around here, huh?
Yes, we're on a pilgrimage, bringing us to a nearby city. We got a little off track, though, one might say.
Oh, interesting. Well, I do give discounts for a good story. And she puts her elbows on the marble bar as she's sliding the glass to you, but with her index finger, and she's just sliding it slowly.
Oh, you
Got
like
any
a
good
story?
tales?
Well, now don't I? I actually do believe I have several at this point. Uh, I'll leave the story of how we all met to Zedrin, but I believe I can say of a town that we came upon. Uh, we entered upon it in a horrible fog. The weather was dreadful. We had actually slept like within 50 meters of the town itself, but we had not been able to see it for the fog. We woke up the next morning and it was still there, though it had cleared somewhat, that we could see the way forwards into a stable. We walk forward, and none of the normal hustle and bustle was present. There was no voices. It was all a deadly hush. We opened the first door, and it was as though people had been there. I could swear it, but nothing. There was nothing. And then my clerically senses told me there's something deeply wrong about this place, and we all turn back and then just see a huge and terrible beast, accompanied by a massive machine of war, robotic and terrible in nature, and it descended upon us with great force. We didn't ever find out what happened to that town in full. As we walked forward towards it, into its center, we found but one man suspended in midair. In releasing him, he thought that it was several hundred years in the past. A horrible fate to be separated from his kin, only to realize that it was actually his own leader who had been leading them towards devastation the whole time, feeding his men's souls to feed some great and terrible machine below that would have opened a hole to Mechanus, the realm of law. I'm not quite making the story make sense now, am I? At this point.
Oh, it sounds great.
Oops.
She seems captivated. Oh, what happened after
Yes.
that?
Well, as it turned out, as I said, we had gone to the town center, and shortly after finding our fellow Marius, we had discovered that it was his own leader who had been sacrificing his men's souls in fighting these massive machines of war over and over and over again. And in turn, it was these machines of war were coming out of the hole his commander had left. Now then, what do we do? There's this hole in the earth. The machines of war that had been left over that had been coming drawn from Mechanus. But it has been so long that the war is long since lost. The commander is long since dead to his own folly. It is just Marius, a lone survivor, having to pick up the pieces of his past in this dead and empty town. It is so long dead that ghosts had actually begun moving into the old tavern hall. What a terrible thing. We obviously cleared out the ghosts, but even still, the dreaded fog did not once leave its building. It was a place that was so long forgotten that perhaps itself should be left behind to rot and return to the earth. Perhaps only then will the stench of betrayal be removed from its grounds. Marius elected to stay behind when we had to leave. I wonder, did he want to join his kin? Did he need to find some other answer that we could not give him? I hope he finds it one day. We ended up leaving because we had to continue our pilgrimage, of course. Only for, one might say, I accidentally messed up a spell. We were going to use a magic circle to bring us to our next location. Except none of us were quite powerful enough to empower the circle. So I called upon the aid of my god, and it sent us into the Underdark instead. Oops.
So with your passive perception, you would see like she is completely and utterly like enraptured by this story, and even at certain points, kind of she kind of quivers a little bit, like a shiver like ran up and down like her spine. Well, darling, I think that would entail definitely a discount.
Oh, well, thank you so kindly.
And
My,
she finishes sliding you the beverage with like just a finger.
how much do I owe you for this?
Well, I think you've given me a lot to work with here. How about 5 copper?
I can absolutely make that happen. And she'll fish through her coin pouch, hand it over, and I will remove that from my sheet. I am assuming perhaps, but are you Moxie?
She stands up straight with a stance of confidence. That I am.
Well, it is a nice nicety to make your acquaintance. I am the Lady Inanna, here on a pilgrimage with my band of brothers, one might say, and 2 sisters. And she winks a little.
Well, I guess introductions are in play here. Welcome to Mox's bar. You want the Mox, you get the Mox. That's what I like to tell people.
We hear you might have a couple of rooms to let, Moxie. Might that be true?
Yep, yep, we got a couple of rooms available. Don't think any
We,
drunkards been thrown in it today, so yeah, they're clean and good to go.
How much would it be for
we,
the night?
Well, after that riveting tale, I do say. And she thinks for a moment. I think a gold should do. And as she
Well,
says that, Marlin raises a hand. I've got that covered. Don't worry about it.
Well, now, thank you, sir.
It is what I do. And then he like raises a cup, the cup that he has promptly stolen from one of the other individuals. Who's they don't seem mad about it. They're just like, yeah, like you know when you're about to take a sip from something and somebody pulls the cup away from you, like as your lips are parsed to like take a sip. Like that's what he did, and he's been drinking from it. After all, we gonna be paying me, so I guess technically this is getting paid forward. Paid backward. I don't know. Then he takes another just not a definitely not a sip, but not a chug.
A good old gulp.
Well, like I said, welcome to Moxie's. And if you seek to have some food or beverage, then by all means, let me know and we can get that for you.
Yeah, sounds great. I would love
Dang it, the accent keeps slipping.
a meal. How many of you want a meal?
Well,
Well, let's.
after getting hit by an airship, I am quite famished. Kozik, you're saying something?
That's two.
Oh, right,
Oh,
right. Let's see what their board of fare is like. What kind of fine foods do they have up here in the mountains?
so you go into like a table and grabbing like a menu. They're very small, but a menu nonetheless. So
Okay,
is
sure.
everybody
Yeah,
sitting
let's.
at the table or just Kozik?
Children will sit.
Oh yeah, let's sit. Sorry, sits.
All right. So is Zid also taking a seat, or is he doing the usual sit at the bar when everybody's at the table?
He'll sit at the table, yeah.
I think Niavara, once she's grabbed her drink and thanks to Moxie, she'll join everyone else at the table.
Joining
No,
everybody
no.
else at the table.
All right.
And how many orders of food? I know myself and Temporalis are hungry. Anybody else? What? How many plates shall we order? Anyone else hungry?
I'm just
Yes,
going to.
yes. What's on the menu?
So, oops. Oh. So, of the things that catch your eye outside of, basic basic like stews, veggie stew, and there's like a not veggie stew, um, something called pickled rock lobber and flank of dank are the two that kind of stand out aside from like the usual just sort of like rules and
You
you know
said flank of dank?
yep, flank of dank.
A dank flank.
And what was the first one again?
Pickled
Rock
rock
lobber.
lobber.
Yeah, pickled
Pickled
rock
rock.
lobber.
I
Pickled
think I'll
rock.
go with this pickled thing here. This rock lobber. And these these oysters look great on the menu here. Where they come from the mountains, do they? And Mr. Marlin did say the world was our oyster.
Where I don't see there's oysters on the menu.
I wonder where they're cultivated at this high elevation. Fascinating. I think I'd like to try many of those.
Oh, Rocky Mountain oysters.
Uh,
I'm gonna do. Is there any type of check, or can Neovar just know what Rocky Mountain oysters are through desperation and sorrows?
We're not talking about that. That wasn't on the menu. That's Kozik's edition. The things
Oh,
we
I
were
thought
wondering about
I
were
don't
pickled
think
rock
there's
lobber and
the ink's
flank
a
of
little
dank.
smudged.
A flank of dank is clearly some sort of large mushroom.
Is that so? Is that clear?
Clearly. Yeah, it's flank of dank. It's something in the dying dark thing. Then it's not like an actual creature. So it's either a plant or a mushroom. My bet is mushroom, because mushrooms are like meatier texture. So it probably, mimics a meat.
Yes, I do wonder if these yak men and women are vegetarians or. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
The rock lobber, meanwhile, is probably insectoid. Like, what type of being would be a rock lobber?
I don't think anyone would be offended if we asked.
Imagine.
Well, barkeep, I think we're ready to order.
All right then, wonderful. She snaps her fingers, and there's suddenly a duplicate of her at your table with a menu.
Oh.
Ah. Well, I guess I for one will have the pickled rock lobber.
What is the pickled rock lobber?
Oh, well, pickled rock lobber is how would I describe it to you? It's a creature that's pretty common up here, and we call them rock lobbers because they're creatures that they catch their prey by basically throwing rocks at them. But they look kind of like this, and the version of her that is standing behind the bar, waves her fingers a little bit, and I don't know, does a little dance, and a illusory image of the closest thing to modern day times is some kind of like a crab, but where the top shell is looks like a rock, and in its claws, the claws look like they are tailored for gripping stone. So they have like the pincher, but they're wide enough that it kind of looks like almost like tooth, like your middle finger and your thumb. So they have a little more dexterity to them. So it seems like they can actually pick up rocks as opposed to just like clamping on them. And if you look a
Well,
little bit closer, you'll see that there's a third section to the claw, almost like an opposable thumb, but like
well,
more like a claw.
this lobbing creature doesn't speak common, does it?
Oh no.
All right then, bring it on. That sounds great.
All right. Got one
And
for
what
you.
is a dank?
Oh, a dank. We call them yeah, the danks. Yeah, so they're this kind of creature that flies around the mountains. They kind of look like how would I put it? Really like birds that don't have much feather. So they're a lot more skin, I guess, is one way to put it. They're kind of like gliders, I guess, but they definitely can fly. I've seen them just take off, so they definitely do more than just gliding. But I think they're more tailored to. They seem more tailored to short bursts of flight. Yeah, we call them danks. Actually, about the size of And she looks around at each of you. Probably a little bit bigger than that feller. And then she points at Kozik. Sometimes they get real big, but for the most part, not really. But I tell you, their meat. Mm.
Well, I'm just gonna go with the veggie stew myself. That sounds good. And I'll have a drink. I'll just have an ale with my meal.
So when you flip the menu over, amidst the relatively, common ale, ale, alcohol, et cetera. There's a couple of them that catch your eye. One is called Dead Man's Whopper, and one is called Living Balm.
And these are both ales, or these are different drinks?
These are ales, beverages, the alcohol section.
How is that? How is that the dead man's whopper that you had, Inanna?
I asked for really something extremely strong.
Didn't she say it was a dead man's? Didn't she call it that when she gave it to you?
Yes.
So how is it?
You know? And she sort of, the whole thing goes down in one go. Hopefully good. I don't think you drink it for the taste.
Well, I'd like an ale that I can drink
Also,
from while I'm having the meal,
give me a Constitution
like a
saving throw if you drink it all in one
mug or
go.
something. Uh-oh.
Come on, Niabara.
Inanna.
And you can do it, girl.
Well, we don't know what that means, so I don't know.
Something bad. She cannot do it, actually. Apparently, it's been too long since she's drank anything.
So you gulp the whole thing down in one go. And at first it's kind of like one of those beverages that's like you start sipping on it, it's like this isn't that bad. And then you just go all in. And what happens with that we'll get to when it finally starts to hit you. All right, so what's everybody else getting?
I'll have one of the healing. Would you call it the healing balm?
Living balm.
Living balm. That's what. I'll have that with my stew. Thank you.
Yes, I suppose I'll try that as well.
I missed what happened. So, what happened with Niavara? Or with Inanna?
She got shit faced.
With one drink.
Unfortunately.
Did
Oh man.
she. What, did you get sick or what?
I think you sort of see her like as she processes it, and she's like, "Oh fuck." One hand over her mouth. Obvious, like, I'm not going to cough, I'm not going to barf, I'm just gonna handle it. And then she, puts one arm up behind her on the chair. Balance her. Don't mind me. I'm fine. I got it. Pinky promise.
That'll
It
just be like, I'll have one of those.
it also burned a lot going down.
Yep, that's why the hands. She's talking very quietly, so she will not cough. She will not lose it. She's got it. Promise. Double pinky promise.
Yep. Double, triple pinky promise. So Zed, you're also getting the dead man's whopper.
Yeah.
All right. And the question is, are
Eldred
you gonna
wants
chug it in one go?
Probably.
All right. Give me a Constitution save, Beldrin.
Mildred wants whatever is the equivalent of I would like to get drunk, but I don't want to like have to taste the alcohol in this world.
So like equivalent of like what's it called, like the Mike and Ike's or whatever, like lemonade alcohol.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called, Mike and Ike? Yep, that'd definitely be one of those. And we will say that one will be called Moxie's Light Touch. Press save. All right, and Zed with a 12. You're kind of looking at Neovara being like, I remember when I used to be, you know, new to drinking. Man, I remember those days. When one go would get me drunk. Now I'm a professional sailor, and drinking is just part of sailor life. And then you realize that this particular beverage was not part of sailor life, and we'll get to what happens with you later.
Can
It's your
I
body's processing.
can I I don't know if this is gonna affect what you were thinking, but Zed's in this thought. He's probably kind of having this overconfident sort of feeling. Oh, can I get one more of those?
Absolutely, Shug.
He's gonna slam that one as well. As he's just kind of standing up, and he's gonna walk outside. This is the goal. How far he makes in this is up to Cubed. He's gonna go outside, and the sort of hill or slope, the icy entryway that we climbed up, that he said he was gonna slide down, feels that this is the perfect time to do it.
All right, all right. We'll see how far he gets in a
Uh,
minute.
Mildred will be going outside to watch this.
So you just see Zed take 2 swigs and stands up and starts walking out without a word.
Oh yeah, like he finishes up his drink and he's like, I'm going out. I will witness this.
Well, that's it. I thought I was going to wait till after dinner to do some serious drinking, but I'll take one of those right now.
I thought I could handle it. I thought I could. It's been
I'll
a
take one right
while.
now.
All
It
right, and
does.
Dead Man's Whopper coming right up. And you also get one.
Yeah, and I slam it right back.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, right. Constitution saving throw.
No way a paladin who drinks all the time could fail this. Yeah, well.
Oh no. 11 doesn't make it, huh?
We'll get to what happens to you in a minute. So you slam it
I'm just waiting.
down. Oh, so go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm just waiting for Mox to be like, "You guys have never had these, have you?" Big smile on her face as we're just slamming these.
All right, all right. So Veldrin's going to see the shenanigans outside. And sorry, you're just taking a swig and chilling inside.
Oh no, I'm going out to see what Zed's up to.
All right, all right. So I guess that calls into question what Kozik is gonna do. Is you're the only one who's ordered an actual meal.
No,
Everybody
I
else
ordered
is.
veggie stew.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I
You got
ordered
veggie
veggie
stew.
stew, yeah. And another drink.
And what's Kozik doing is you see like everybody starting to head outside after a couple of drinks.
I don't know what got into everybody. I'm gonna hang out. Maybe somebody will interact with me in here, or I'm just gonna relax at the table.
All right.
Where are you going? All right.
So we'll say at some point, Marlin will mosey back to your table and take a seat with the flagon still in hand. Oh, you friends gonna go out and play in the snow or something?
It looks like it. I don't know what's gotten into them. Can't hold their drinks, I guess.
He laughs a little bit and and not just like a chortle laugh. Like he lets out like a boisterous like this is you saying that is just hilarious to him. And he has to like hold his gut and kind of like pat you on the like that buddy like and then like slaps you on the back a couple times.
Right.
So I
Oh,
guess
quite
that
not.
makes you the designated well, I guess I'm gonna be
Slate.
the one doing the wagon work, but
Yes, I am a sleigh driver, the designated sleigh driver out here in the snow, I guess, but I feel as though I did order a drink, though. When is that coming?
right. And then as you mentioned, as you asked that question, it's almost like on cue. Another beverage arrives, and this one, like they everybody else sort of got things in like a cup, and well, cup is probably too fancy, but flagons and what have you. Um, but yours actually arrives in like a glass cup with a little umbrella in it,
Which one is that?
the living balm.
Oh yeah, I got one of those coming with my dinner, right?
A nice little parasol here, and these. I'll keep this. These must be difficult to come by. These little ornamental umbrellas. Is this a drink that you like, Mr. Marlin?
I like them all. Like them all.
I hear you. I hear you, brother. And yeah, I take a nice big drink of this drink.
Full chug or respectfully?
We're gonna do this respectfully.
Okay. So you respectfully, take your time with it. Get, as noble birth, you'd probably take a sip and do like the taste testing, kind of like wash the round, get a flavors, check the aftertaste, um, and it's actually pretty flavorful. It's got like a little bit of a sweetness to it, but the sweetness only comes in like the aftertaste. The the alcohol comes later. but when you first take a sip, it's just like it it's more the aroma of sweetness that hits you, and then the flavor and the bot go away. Sorry, thing I had to do. So yeah, it's just it's a sweet beverage, but you definitely pick up the alcohol as it goes down. You're just like, ooh, yeah, that little tingly.
I don't know what kind of spirit you guys use up here in the mountains, but this is quite delicious. Mmm.
And at that point, Marlin lifts a hand in the air. You know what I like, darling? And Moxie just chuckles a little bit, and the the second version that was conjured in front of you walks back into the back of the house. The acquisition. So, I guess if we're gonna be traveling together for a bit, what I guess I should be asking, what are your capabilities? What kind of things should I be expecting of y'all's in case something if something goes wrong around here?
Well, we are all quite experienced adventurers, troubleshooters, travelers, etc. So we are pretty capable. I myself can cast a few spells, and yes, it seems like we always come out of danger alive.
All right, so your survivalists got it.
You've got to be. As well, I imagine you are, traveling and living up here in these mountains. I shudder to think what it would be like in the dead of winter around here. I guess that's why we dwarves tend to burrow under the rock, where it's a nice temperature all year round.
Oh, all right, so underground. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Very sensible.
And as you're having that conversation, the
And you
camera.
folks
Oh, go ahead.
don't. Oh, go ahead. Oh, just before it's like, and people of this village, your folks don't travel to Chronosis very often.
Eh, if anything, they come here from the big city life to live out and away from that, or they come through here as part of their way elsewhere, and well, some of them stick around.
So we're not the only pilgrims that you're used to seeing up here at these elevations.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're the first, no.
Hmm. And Chronosis seems to have a class of people that's has enough luxury to travel up to the mountains when life down among the hoi polloi becomes uh, too much to take. I see. Well, in any event, glug glug. I gotta take some more drinks.
All right, all right. My PNG is broken because they updated things. No. So then the camera pans outside. As Inanna. Well, Inanna's
Mhm.
staying inside. Um, so were you just chilling at the table?
Yep. And she's, got hit first quickly, and she's like, "Huck, alive."
Yep. So as Kozik is respectfully sipping his beverage, and Marlin's interacting with him. You know, you're definitely starting to feel the effects of chugging that, and everything. You know, it goes from like you're paying attention to what they're saying to like your vision starting to like the images start to separate and double, and the sounds in the background start becoming more and more uh muffled or muted, and probably your mind just starts to wander a good bit.
The through line is she's gonna be so mad if this is how she dies to something like poison. All these years, all that training, and for what?
Neovara gets sloshed and is like, I've been poisoned.
She's not saying she has been, but like if she actually like is experiencing, you know, the visual hallucinations of it all, she's like, God fucking alive. Ah,
So
Fury, protect me.
so Niavar is a panic drunk.
Yeah, something like it. You live in a culture where weakness is immediately, you know, lunged at. Like, you know, and you don't get second chances. What is it when you're incapacitated? Weakness, babe. You're about to die. It's a panic drunk.
All right. So amidst your um ailment, as one might say, you definitely it's like you feel your heart starting to pound more, and you're just starting to focus, like hyper focus on it, like what's that noise? So you're just like
Oh no.
you're becoming extremely aware of bodily functions in a panic state, and it in this state of mind it causes you to almost panic more, because like, why is that so loud? Why can I hear it all of a sudden? I couldn't hear it yesterday.
Is that normal? Should my heart be beating that quickly? Quick, someone take my blood pressure. Is the sound actually, you know, my innards melting and I just am dead and I don't realize it yet? One might think.
And Kozik, can you give me a quick little insight check? Yeah, you can definitely you definitely notice the shift in Niavara, and she's like her eyes are
Okay.
starting to dart back and forth. She seems to be like starting to breathe heavier and heavier. Maybe a bit of sweat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she'll be fine. I'm keeping an eye out for her, but I think she's just kind of hammered.
Real.
She's freaking out, man. All right.
The thing when she starts to like actually panic, you know, the como se dice, ingrained reactions to, oh god, I might need to actually get myself out of this. So the claws grow, teeth just in case. You know, because her body can just change on a whim, on a dime. Might
So
as well.
so Niavara is starting to take on a more bestial aspect.
Something like that, one might say. You know,
Alright.
nature's best defense. Teeth and claws.
All right, all right. And as Kozik is watching the transformation, I guess other people can technically see it too. We pan the wait, hold on. Is Zed back yet? I don't think he's back yet. Nope.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the camera pans outside as Zed is walking out into the cold, and I'd say about actually no. When you get to that ramp, that slide that you wanted to go tobogganing down, uh, you get to the edge of it and look down, and it is at that moment that everything seems like it's way further away than you remember. Like your depth perception has gone haywire. And that slide that was like 20 feet before, it's 20 feet at a, at a, I guess it, from your perspective, decline now. Um, at this point, it feels like this thing is like freaking like 50, somewhere between like 50 and 80 feet long now. As you're just looking down, it's almost like a little bit of vertigo, where it's just like you look at it and it just kind of how they do in the lens in the camera, where they'll have it be like it's focused and then the hallway just extends down. It's kind of like
Love
that as your eyes
those.
focus.
Just kind of like blinks hard a couple times. Oh,
Man, it sounds like a psychedelic mushroom brew.
But you are now standing on the precipice of a 80-foot slope and a slide that seems like it goes down forever.
let's see. I think he's still gonna. Trying to think. Trying to think if this would be exciting in his current mind state, or like state of mind, or if he'd be kind of apprehensive.
He's got vertigo. It's probably not very exciting.
Yeah. He's also not in the right state of mind.
And a momentary callback for Zed, who went tobogganing down stairs on a shield not long ago.
Oh, that was Kozik.
Or sorry, not tobogganing. You were the one that did the jumping with the immovable rod.
But he did see Kozik do that.
Yeah.
And wished he had a shield so he could have done it as well. So this is probably his opportunity. I think he's just going to send it. He's going to be looking down here, and he'll take a couple steps back, wobbly steps, keeping his balance, just kind of swaying a little bit. He definitely, I mean, he probably resembles Captain Sparrow quite a lot, just in general. But right now, especially, kind of arms out to the side, very wobbly and woozy. This one's gonna be really good. And he's gonna take a couple steps forward and just like lunge into like he's gonna kick his feet out, just kind of slide on his backside. But just try and get some momentum.
All right. Give me, since you're going for a jump, give me an athletics at drunken disadvantage.
Okay. It's not bad.
Not bad.
He goes down the slide like that cop.
So you get a running jump, and it's not bad. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Um, but it's enough that you can. I mean, you don't just immediately trip full and like go tumbling down immediately, but you get a jump and once your body flies through the air and impacts the slide, the decline, I should say. Um, We will do a acrobatics to see if you can kind of right yourself and like stay steady, but it's also drunken
Okay.
disadvantage because
Okay.
balance is off.
Nice.
19, yeah, because he has, yeah. So, yeah, you at
Right.
first you like hit the slide, and you just start to feel. It almost feels like you're spinning uncontrollably for a moment, like you're basically doing like a starfish, and pretty quickly you manage to tuck in your arms, tuck in your legs, right yourself a bit, and steady, like use your hands to steady your momentum and direction, and just slide down like you were going down like a slide to this at a water park. And boy, oh boy, is this a long slide for you. But eventually, it does come to a conclusion as you get to the bottom and land on your feet and not head first in the snow with your legs kicking out. You avoided that, albeit it would have been funny.
Probably gonna like get all the way down to the bottom. He'll see the end of the decline, so he'll kind of lift his legs, his knees up a little bit to prep for the to brace for the impact. And as soon as he gets there, he's gonna plant his feet and stand up. As soon as he stands up, he realizes that he's still carrying all of this momentum, and so he does go straight forward, tipping over his feet, face planting, and like just full straight planking just into the snow forward. And then also realizing how drunk he is, he's going to lay there for a few moments. So if anyone's watching, they might think he's dead.
And little one just casually flies into camera focus and lands on the back of Zed's head.
Picture it's just like you're saying, camera focuses in, and it's a little one on his back. Everyone's just kind of up at the top, just watching, like, oh, is he dead? Little one's just like, he's okay. Thumbs up.
Yeah, he's fine. But on your head, which is like buried in snow.
Yeah.
Veldrin, who is not yet drunk, will attempt to go down the slide. We also know he fails any kind of movement checks.
And how are you going down the slide? Are you
On
doing
his
like a
butt.
running jump or just sit down and slide?
I think he'll try and do a run at it. So is that athletics?
I'm not seeing.
I'm in there.
So weird.
What don't you see?
The roll. Wait, did it?
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's athletics, right?
Yes.
Can you do acrobatics?
Well, the athletics is like the getting on it, like jumping on, and the acrobatics is like riding yourself going down.
So now acrobatics.
Did you roll for? I thought I had you roll for alcohol.
No, he didn't down
Oh.
it in one go.
Okay, yeah, that's why I don't see it. I was like, wait a minute, wait, hold up. Ugh, confused. Okay, confused brain.
Belgian's buzzed and just not very coordinated, apparently.
Okay. So with the 14 and the 12, you sit down, you start the slide, and immediately, slides usually have like little rails onto the sides that help you, keep righted, keep you in the middle. This doesn't. It wasn't designed for people to be tobogganing down it. So you get on just fine, but about halfway down, like the 15 feet, you you basically kind of do what Zed did, like the kind of just you start going down, but then you lose control of like your momentum and like your direction, and just start to like hands and legs just splayed out, sliding down, spinning uncontrollably. And let's see. High or low, Veldrin?
Hi.
So you slide down that thing uncontrolled, basically arms out, starfishing your way down, and you land like right on top of Zed and skid forward a little bit. I'd say it's a roll. You skid or roll, however you want to do it. Doesn't really matter. Either way, your face is also in snow, and as you like bounced off of Zed and like fell on top of him and rolled a little bit, probably still like partially laying on him, little one just casually flew up as you impacted and then just landed back on Zed's like back.
Now that he's landed, he's laughing. Part like adrenaline and part that was really scary.
And sorry, you said you want to go out and watch all
Yes.
this.
Oh yeah, the minute I see Zed go for it, I start running. And then I see Velder and I'm like, I just can't wait for them to get to the bottom so I can take a go.
All right, we will start off with a athletics and then followed up by an acrobatics, and we'll see how you do. And these are both at disadvantage on
Okay.
account of being drunk.
Okay. Athletics. Where are you? There you are. Disadvantage. Ooh.
Okay. That's a 9.
Now I think I am all that, so I take a running leap head first, arms out like I'm gonna fly down this thing.
All right, and as you do that, the camera kind of shifts to like underneath you, like staring at the sky as your body swan dives like through the air, the sun behind your back. A majestic, the most majestic creature that you think you've ever been in your mind's eye. But in
Right.
reality, you're you jumped and your arms are flailing, legs are flailing as you smack the ramp and start to slide down. So then give me a acrobatics at disadvantage on account of being drunk and not really in control of yourself at this point, especially.
Okay.
Very, very anime-esque, where it's just like, so you're flying through the air like a swan, and there's like that swing, as like the sun is behind you and you slam onto the ramp, and where everybody else kind of hit the ramp and slid down, like as I've been saying, like starfishing, like legs and arms out just from momentum.
Uh-huh.
Yours is way less graceful as you hit the ramp and you try to tuck and roll, but instead you just roll. And everybody can hear the like thump sound of sorry like smacking the ramp, and it's almost like ear piercing as sorry's like
Sounds
equipment's getting dragged down to just scraping and tumbling, and kind of sounds like somebody's throwing a garbage can down a ramp.
somebody threw the forks down the stairs.
I'm
Basically.
picturing at this point, Zed's just kind of had been laying in the snow for a few moments, kind of starting to pick himself out of the snow, and he might be laughing a little bit, and he rolls over and he's realizing little one's there. He's kind of coming to, and he looks up and he's still drunk, so he's everything's spinning a little bit, and he just kind of blinks a little bit, and as he realizes that this boulder of a half elf is rolling down a hill right toward him. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh
Yeah,
shit. He's
Zeldrin's
trying
not
to scurry
laughing
back.
anymore.
Yeah, he's like trying to scurry back. Like, Vel, we got to move. We got to move now.
Meanwhile,
That's a ball of plate armor.
little one just casually flies up like he saw this coming.
He's just, yeah, right. He's just watching the scene.
And on a 5, let's see. High or low, sorry.
Hi. Mm.
Technically low. Because it'll be 11 plus. So on a low roll, I was determining which of the two you were going to hit. It wasn't going to be if you hit somebody at this point. On a 5, it's going to be which one. So on a low roll, that would be Zed. As Zed's like, he's trying to get out of the way. He's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And you just tumble into him like a snowball getting rolled down a mountain. And let me figure something out. Nope, that is technically high. So, and the momentum carries Zed into Veldrin, and you become a trio of tumbling bodies. Just the momentum is just sending all of you reeling. And eventually you like come to a stop. It's not like damage or anything, but it's more of a you went further than expected. You can see like the trail that you guys leave behind as just all your momentum has pushed you forward. And there's just like instead of snow angels, it's more like a snow trail.
And Sorry is just like cracking up. She can't stop laughing. She's just laughing so hard.
Veldrin would also be laughing again.
Picturing Zed's just kind of like buried beneath the two of them. He's just this muttered voice of just like, don't worry, I got you. And then you're just gonna like in hearing that
Oh shit, we
everyone's
gotta get
just
Zed
cracking
out.
up. In hearing everyone's just cracking up, it's just like as soon as he's just kind of comes from being, buried, he's just like in that phase of laughter where you can't stop laughing. You're kind of
Yeah, it
starting to
hurts
like
your
tear
stomach.
up. And yeah, and you're clenching your stomach and you're like, this hurts, but I just can't physically stop.
Yeah.
And then little one casually lands on all 3 of you. Good thing I have wings.
Good thing you do, little one.
All right, and the commotion outs with the very audible laughter outside. The camera focuses back on inside as the crescendo of the action has, come and gone. So inside, Niavara is still freaking the freak out.
Oh shit. Poor Nehemiah.
She's freaking out, and then she hears the loudest clamor outside.
And she hears laughter, but she thinks we're screaming. She thinks something's happening to us.
Oh no. Oh, my poor girl.
You know, this is something that I'm cursed with, and that's that at a distance, sometimes my laughter sounds like sobbing. And so I frequently get asked, like, am I doing okay if somebody's like around the corner? Niamara thinks she hears Mildred sobbing.
That's a case of Niavar needs to get the fuck up and go find out who the fuck is making her brother cry.
All right. Niavara stands up quickly with a quickened pace.
She's going to march outside to see where the fuck her brother is. Where the fuck did they go?
I thought you were going to
So,
say she stands up and falls right over.
well, that's actually what I was going to say. Like, you stand
Oh.
up and you hold a finger up and, like, I've got to get to Veldrin immediately. And it's like a unsteady, like almost comically quiet stillness as your brain just like stops working for a second. Because you're just like, I need to do something. Yeah. And then you just stumble forward onto the back and I'd probably say stumble backwards a little bit and then trip over the chair.
I'm gonna bite my tongue if I'm not careful type shit.
I'm picturing she's been freaking out. She hears all the commotion. She's just all of a sudden she's looking at Kozik. She stares at Kozik with this drunken sort of stupor, both palms flat on the table, kind of slammed down. She's like, Kozik, they're dying out there. She pushes herself up off the table, and as soon as she pushes herself up, she just like topples over.
Let's see how bad her balancing act is. Not bad.
Not bad.
Well,
Good recovery for a drunk.
Would she pass the sobriety test? Probably
No.
not. Is she really good at faking it? Yes.
Yes. She's the one who could do the 1 foot hops across while the cops
She's
are
the
like,
friend who's had 12 beers that you give the keys to.
no.
That used to be me. And then it'd be like, how'd we get here?
God.
20 minutes later, like,
Why are we
whoa,
at your
how'd we get
grandparents'
here?
house?
so you don't completely eat shit, but the chair's still knocked over.
That is much louder than I intended it to be. Oh no.
Nobody seems to pay much mind.
Also, personally, in my mind, when Niavara gets up, have you guys seen the video of like the park ranger like stumbling back against his building after drinking a lot of alcohol?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Here, wait, I'll look for it in Discord gifs.
Oh, before you do that, what was Opal doing in all this? Because Opal doesn't need to eat or drink. And everybody's getting drunk.
Is our funny drow man still here?
They went
Temporalis?
outside.
No, I think he's asking about Temporalis.
Oh, yeah, he's
Yes,
around.
Temporalis. Opal's going to walk up to him after seeing, or at least seeing everybody walk outside to have fun. Oh, and Niavara having a great time trying to get up from a chair. Can you still polymorph me into a human? I want to see what this is about, at least for a while.
Yes, I have that available to me.
Oh.
Bartender, can I get a beer, or can I get whatever they had? Polymorph me into a human, please, and thank you.
Very well. Good luck not hurting yourself for the first time.
But I've hurt myself plenty. Wait, I just realized that sounds horrible.
And as you reach that conclusion, there's a utterance of arcane words and wibbly wobbly wooja wooja fingers, and you feel you feel you feel. Whereas, you feeling in that as a Asarian or a construct, you can interact with things, you can feel things, you can understand that when you put your hand on a fire, it's going to hurt, but usually, as what you are, a lot of that pain is just kind of muted. Um, so now for the first time probably ever, you feel what it's like to be cold.
Huh.
You have skin that when you touch it, it reacts. It doesn't just kind of like clink or scratch. You have blood and veins that when you like move your hand, it feels like everything is connected but connected differently. Whereas before, when you move your hands and your feet or your arms or your head, it's like everything is a singular piece. And now it kind of feels like everything is a singular piece, but in small subsections. Like your fingers even feel different. It's imagine being like you were a singular piece of stone to now having muscles and skin and blood vessels and individual pieces and individual parts that, as opposed to a singular one piece, it is now several hundreds and thousands of pieces working together in congruence to function. And you are very aware of this because this is a very different experience.
Consciously aware of every bone in my body.
Yep, because you didn't have those before.
All right, time to get drunk so I forget all of this.
What? Aren't you already tripping? Woo!
Everybody else is having a very fun time. Opal is just now realizing what it means to be human.
Okay.
So you're
At least
going
on the
full
physical
swig.
level. Opal's going to go for a fourth of the sip. She's never tasted anything before.
Okay, so you're sipping.
Yeah, sipping until a fourth of the glass is gone.
So respectfully. But this is the strongest alcohol. So you're still going to give me a constitution saving throw, but the DC is much lower on account of not taking all of okay.
Oh.
That figures though, since it's also new.
It's literally her first time.
Yep, you're a
Yeah, it
lightweight.
doesn't take much to get drunk, exactly.
Opal's head hits the table at Mach 7. There.
So Opal just is like, well, all of these people are being irresponsible drinkers. They're just chugging this stuff and then losing their minds and flipping out. I'm going to be respectful and I'm going to take a fourth of this, not really realizing that you're drinking the strongest beverage that they have available. And this is your first time drinking ever. Well, I should say your first time imbibing and processing ever. You've drank before, but it didn't do anything.
This is the first time Opal has had to face the consequences of partaking.
This is her first time. This is the first time her body has ever had to process anything, period. It has never known food. And the
What
first
it-
thing it knows is alcohol.
Sacred.
A sacred experience.
You might have just made a monster.
uh,
So
meh.
you
Yeah.
you're I'd say before your head just hits the table because it still needs time to process. Like everything starts getting, you get the double vision, the triple vision. Everybody seems like they're. It's like everybody seems like they're using mirror person. Oh, what's that spell called?
Here, wait, I
Mirror.
have that spell.
Basically, it looks like everybody has like doubles and triples. Even the tables are doing it. Like your vision gets blurry and your balance is just off. Like clearly, all these things working in tandem is not as efficient as being a solid rock.
Did I drink poison? Oh, wait, I did drink poison. I know how this works. I think I made an error. Maybe I should have had food first.
You
And then
wish.
just.
These are things you wish you thought of when you wake up. So meanwhile, the only person not drunk at, at this point, because even Marlon's like getting shit faced now. He's just being boisterous and cheerful and walking up to people and talking to them. Like people come and go. Like it's not just the same crew that come into Moxie's, but people are coming and going, and he's like interacting with them, drinking with them, just having a good time. And that effectively leaves Kozik in here pretty much unaffected by the alcohol because he didn't get the strongest drink in the house and he was respectfully sipping. So you're getting that nice buzz, a nice flavor, and you're the designated driver that's just watching everybody get shit faced around you.
What about Temporalis?
He just pops open a journal and starts reading. Actually, he's writing because he seems to be studying Opal, as you probably gathered a couple things in regards to why he would be studying that. I'll leave that to the imagination. And so he'll finish writing stuff in the journal and then look to Kozik. So, do they often get this hammered?
Not this hammered, but they are quite foolish quite often.
Ah, like roaming into a unknown tower with various rooms of unknown sources and illusions and traps. Yes, I would say they're quite foolish, but that is, after all, being an inventor, is it not?
Oh yes, we're dungeoneers, we are. But sometimes I just like to sit here and watch them and just try to look out for them.
Aw.
Although they're out there somewhere. I don't know. They're fine.
I'll look after them. The kids are probably playing with knives in the kitchen right now.
I mean, I'm tired. I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I am little tired.
I seem to remember, sir, another instance. We had just gotten back from the Feywild, and for some reason, all the members of our party chased some little person through the woods, and then I kind of stayed behind, and then I had to come bail them out. So
Well, it sounds as if it is good that you are of sane mind, at least within the context of being an adventurer.
and I kind of shrug my shoulders and gesture like, finally, somebody understands.
As Niavara is stumbled over the chair, but at this point, like righted herself, steadied the chair, probably sat it back up, and at some point during that conversation, she dozed off, you know, face and arms on table. Well, about that room.
Yes,
Huh.
yes. Let's
Do we need to?
see if they can accommodate us.
Yes. Don't worry, filler. I got that. Like I said, I covered the rooms. Yeah. As Marlin is drunk and sloshing alcohol everywhere. I'll be right up. Don't worry. Don't worry about old Marlin. He's got this. Yeah. Yeah, filler, I got it. And then he stumbles over to you and just puts a key in your hand and then stumbles back to the other group he was drinking with, and then he goes back to doing what Marlin do.
Okay, cool.
Meanwhile, Moxie's just yeah. Moxie's just behind the bar, smiling, cleaning glasses, wiping down the countertop, serving people as they come in with the same method of like snap fingers, create clone acquisition stuff.
Yeah,
think,
what's that all about?
Niavara's missing this. This kind of thing is right up her alley.
Also, DM, just a question. Considering Opal's armor is integrated into her body, would it not have fallen off of her?
Nope, because usually the effects of what polymorph does, it kind of works like what should I say, wild chip works like polymorph in that when you change, all your equipment just merges with you.
I see. Eldritch Abominate. No. Gotcha. I mean, it's yeah. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, there used to be armor like that in D&D. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that. That was 3.5. All right. So,
I guess an interesting question.
mm-hmm.
What does Opal look like as a human? Did you change your characteristics at all?
Opal's human form is mostly the same, except for the fact that it is very apparent that she is wearing a lot of makeup with air quotes. Her natural body color isn't white. She's black opal. So as that happens, when she transfers over, she regains her natural skin tone. Or at least what most people would consider it.
But when you polymorphed, would you polymorph with suddenly having a bunch of makeup on?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
I mean, black is a normal human hair color. So I imagine she looks mostly the same. Unless Opal suddenly looks like a 400-pound human woman.
Looks like a what?
Opal in her Azarian form is 400 pounds. Would she polymorph into a 400-pound human woman? Or would she just polymorph into the human shape that she into the shape that she currently has?
I kind of feel like almost to as a parallel to wild shape a little bit, it's potentially almost up to you.
She'll retain
It
her
might not be in
regular
your
shape.
control, like in character, but I'm thinking like OOC. If you're asking to be polymorphed, it's not like an enemy's polymorphing you antagonistically.
Right.
So you could kind of be whatever you want. Like if I was playing my druid and I wild shaped into a creature, I could be like, I want to be a polar bear instead of a brown bear, you know? Like I feel like you have a bit of that
I
choice.
guess it is magic, and as such, it should be treated as such. So yeah, Opal looks mostly like herself. If not a bit. I don't know how to describe Opal's human form. I kind
I'm
of
just
forgot
picturing
to
like
come up with that recently.
the certain human characteristics of like maybe slightly rosy cheeks because you're flushed from drinking and like, you know, I was now just picturing like, oh well, yeah, what would Opal look like as a human?
I am imagining the shininess of the opal has turned into she is freckled, or she has way too many freckles.
Nice, yeah.
Actually, I'll transfer that over. Her hair, since it used to just be strands of opal, it's now just uh pepper of black and white hair. What's that called? Sister, I know you know what it's called.
Hmm?
Black hair that is starting to turn white.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Thank you. Salt and pepper hair.
That makes you pretty old, though. Or gives you an aged look.
I mean, when she's an Azarian, she's an ageless being. So as a human, I don't think she would mind.
Wild. Oh, God. I should not go this long between drinks.
Yay, alcoholism.
Wait, Niamara just watched this happen, didn't she?
Yeah.
You didn't do anything to stop her.
Out of the corner
No,
of her
Laura
eye.
thinks Veldrin's sobbing outside.
And she just saw you become human. And then again, she's been having mild hallucinations apparently all night. So she's like, you know what? This might as well happen. The last time she drank, was one tiny, a sips in the Feywild. And then the night before, she ran away with Veldrin. So
They
it's been a
call it
while.
liquid courage for a reason.
Oh, she didn't know she was running away at the time. She thought it was her first party.
Damn, that's dark.
Yeah. She's
Also,
like, hell yeah, party time.
I know Opal is like passed out on the table, but I imagine she hears like Kozak talking and just mumbles, "That's the sweetest thing you've ever said." But in like the drunkest way of the sweetest thing you've ever said. Before promptly going unresponsive again.
God alive. We're gonna have to carry
God's
her to
alive, you
bed.
mean?
Well, it doesn't matter.
I mean, Opal's not 400 pounds anymore, in all fairness. Probably.
No, not if she looks the same.
So, Moxie, do you have wheelbarrows that I could throw this party in?
I'll be able to get up.
No, I can get them up there. Don't worry about it. Friends of Marlin, I'll take care of it. This is not my first drunken rodeo, after all. And so I guess the question is, where are the people? So the camera's gonna focus, from inside to outside. So what are you guys doing outside before I have other stuff go on?
Well, we after we were like cracking up so hard we could like it hurt so bad to laugh. We finally like laid there just breathing heavy, and then we thought, okay, we should head back up. And now we've been trying to get up the fucking ramp for about 20 minutes.
I was gonna say, eventually, it's just gonna go from us just having this fun time and laughing, and it's kind of like catching our breath, and then slowly realizing how the fuck are we gonna get back up there?
Yeah, we've been climbing
And we're
like the
just slipping
same
and
three
sliding and
icy.
like
We've been climbing like the same 3 icy feet for like 20 minutes.
Here, wait. If you have drunken dexterity, you also have drunken ideas. Flash ladder.
Exactly.
Everybody stands on each other's shoulders against the ramp, and one person climbs up and starts pulling people up.
Yes, drunk ideas. I've got some rope. If one of us could get to the top.
I tell you what, I'll do it. I'll get to the top. I'll take the rope with me, and then
Right,
it's
but
gonna make
you
it
get to
easy
the
for
top.
you to climb up.
Right.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
you go.
He's gonna tie a rope around his waist. He's gonna take a few steps back, and he's gonna just run at the ramp. He
All
also
right.
he also slammed 2 of these, so his ideas are gonna be on par with where he's at.
I don't think he's gonna get very far.
Oh,
He'll
let
get
him try.
drunk perception is different from real perception. So in his perception,
His
he's going to get
depth
super
perception.
far. He's going
His
to go
depth
super far, and
perception.
he's going to look down, and Veldrin's face is still right there.
His depth perception is
Right.
all really off.
Sweating. I fucking made it to the top, guy. He's gonna turn around and he's just standing right next to you guys. What the fuck? Why'd you tie the rope around me if you didn't need help up?
You tied it around yourself.
Do you want me to roll anything? Or is this just kind of
So you're actively going up the ramp?
yeah, he's gonna
He's
I mean he's gonna try and run up it, yeah.
All right, that will be an athletics at disadvantage on drunk. Well, let me think here.
I would say disadvantage on the account if he's trying to run up ice.
Yeah,
Drunk. While he's drunk.
Yeah, I don't think we can double disadvantage, but I could see that
No.
being the case too.
so
That
you
tracks.
get up the ramp partially, and you're just running in place until you run out of momentum and fall on your stomach and just like slide down with like your arms above your head, just like on the ramp, just like like sliding down a glass window, but it's ice.
Let's see. So slowly just makes it all the way back down to the bottom. I really don't have anything either. So after after a couple of attempts of doing this 3 or 4 times, you're gonna see Zed's not gonna say anything. He's gonna undo the rope, He's gonna start kind of like coiling it back up, and he'll hand it back over. And he's just kind of got a look on his face, like a determined look on his face. I it looks like we're sleeping down here tonight.
Right. That sounds right.
It's gonna be so cold.
Is it cold?
I'm
I
fine,
can't feel a thing.
but I also have wings. And little one flies to the top of the ramp and just sits there.
Little one, go get us help.
Hi, little
Well,
one, let him know we're stuck
smart.
down here.
Okay. And then you see him like disappear over the hillside, the top of the ramp. All right, so we got so you've effectively split the party. The drunk side at the bottom of the ramp and the inn.
Well, there's 2 drunk ones up top too, in the bar.
Can Veldrin look down or look around for some stairs?
Yes. Give me
OOC,
a perception.
Beldrin could wild shape into something that has a climbing speed, but you didn't hear that from me.
He's gonna look for stairs first. Do I have to do it at a disadvantage?
If you're not drunk, then no.
But you're still drunk, yeah? No? Oh, nice.
No, he's just like a little. He's feeling it, but he's not drunk.
So 24. So you guys have been struggling and beating your head against this ramp, and you decide to look for some stairs. And going around the parameters of the little town here, you realize that there are stairs and a ramp that is actually made for caravans to come and go.
Of course there's stairs.
You guys just came to the first thing that you saw and assumed that was the way in or out. And I did not want to ruin that for you, but now you know.
Veldrin's gonna point out the stairs.
Stairs.
Because you realize so the direction you came from seems more like the side, like now that you're kind of understanding where the stairs are. So the quote unquote front has stairs and a slope, so like caravans and stuff can come in. And then because you got high enough on your perception, you probably looked around in multiple places. The backside of the town has a similar thing, so think of it like they go up this ramp and then they can go down the other one on the way out. You guys just kind of came at it at a side angle where this ramp is just here. So there's a front door and a back door, and you chose the side door, which wasn't really a door, it was really just a wall.
We enter the town through the trash chute.
Yeah, right.
So if we find stairs, I think Zed, especially still being drunk and now probably exhausted, he's got his hands on his hips. He's kind of breathing heavy. There's no fucking way that I could get up that. I'm pretty sure that I'm stuck down here.
Come
How
on,
many
mate.
stairs is
I've
it?
got you. I've got you. Because Sari's starting to sober up a little because she's an alpha and all. So the alcohol doesn't last quite as long for her. So I've got you, mate. Just put your arm around my shoulders.
Well, we could also
Sorry,
technically
start
say
flight.
if ales live longer, that could technically mean that the effects of alcohol could last longer. So we're gonna say sorry, still drunk, because you did pound down, and your roll would indicate.
I had one, but Zed had two.
Yeah, Zed had 2. You had 1, but you still failed the check to not be drunk.
You know what? I got an idea. He's gonna start rummaging
Even in my
into his.
drunken state, I still try to help Zed up the stairs.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like I feel like that's still when they sorry would still be like I got you. Zed's like I got an idea. He's gonna start kind of patting his cloak here. Reach into a pocket and pull out his flask and start unscrewing it. This should not make anything worse, probably.
Oh no, that's exactly what we need.
He's gonna take a little swig from his flask.
Oh, you're already drunk, so
Yeah,
the
Hair of
debuff
the,
doesn't
hair of the
stack.
dog, hair of the
Yeah,
ward,
it's just-
hair of the.
I
Changes-
got 2 legs.
Yeah, that's
if I
some
see
drunken
two
logic there.
sets of stairs, and I got 1 set of stairs for each one of my legs, that means I'll be able to walk up much easier.
Right. That's right. What did you say?
I don't know.
Something about a stair for every leg. What?
I'll tell you when we get to the top. It's going to make
All
sense.
right.
Watch.
That sounds great.
All right, so you guys go up the stairs now.
One
Probably
at a
very
time.
awkwardly. Yeah.
One stair at a time.
One very slow, meticulous, and arduous step. Each one seeming like more of a struggle than the last for those of you who are inebriated.
Which would be
It's
all
like
of
these
us.
stairs just keep going on. They just keep going. It's like, man, I just went up like 12 of them. 13. Oh, God. Oh, wait, I lost count. Okay, I just went up another 12. You keep thinking you've gone up more than you actually have because your brain keeps like resetting to the number. You keep forgetting
That's-
where you're at. It's like, all right,
That's
1,
good, Zed.
2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5. Just like wait a
The
minute,
meme
that
is
can't be
so
5.
good.
I can't watch it without laughing. I had to pause it.
That's just terrible. Oh my god.
I'm imagining because Veldrin didn't offer to like support Zed. He's like on a couple stairs in front of them, being like, "Come on, guys, that was the 8th stair." And then the next one, he's like, "Fuck, that was the 8th stair. We're doing good. There's just a couple more." Trying to pep talk.
And basically, like, for those who are inebriated, like, it's almost like your vision, like, think like if you're playing a game and your health is low and the edges of your screen are like blackened out, or like, your range of vision's reduced to just immediately what's in front of you. So you probably have no concept of how many stairs there are. You're so hyper focused on just making it up the next one. Like, everything else on
Right.
the peripheral, your vision just doesn't exist right now.
At this point, Zed's on all 4s. And he's still struggling. And so he's going to turn around and sit on one of the stairs with his palms out to his side, like on just flat on the stairs. And his legs are kind of like 1 or 2 stairs below. And he's just going to start pushing up. And he's going to lift his butt up to the next stair. He's doing that 1 stair at a time.
That was great. That was a great visual. And Sari thinks she's helping, so she like gets a stare above his head and puts her arms under his puts her hands under his armpits and like pulls it up every time he tries to scoot his butt up. and then
We're
and then she
gonna fucking make
topples
it. I
right over the
promise.
top of him.
Give it your all. Don't hold back.
And then I think we need another tip of the flask, mate.
4 stairs up. Aye. Okay, here.
Aw, thanks.
It's by
We
the
must
time we
be
get to the top.
halfway. Are we up?
It's by the time we get to the top, it's morning, and everyone's waking up.
All right. So eventually, through much toil, effort, suffering, motivation, and dedication, you make it up this harrowing stairway. This
That's what,
dastardly
about
trap.
25 stairs?
If only you could count that high right now.
Yeah, right. What trap?
No, this dastardly trap that they have set
Oh yeah. Yes,
of
the
endless
stairs.
stairs, +1 stairs of exhaustion.
No.
The stair where every time you get a little bit higher, the one on the bottom gets added to the top.
Exactly.
And once you reach the top, you would see Little One flying, not flying next to somebody who they seem like they're, just like a random villager. Just they seem to be standing there, like brow quirked. Little One's just talking at them, and then he points to you guys making it up the stairs. And then he flies to you guys. I brought help.
Oh no.
And the villager just like comes up to you and like, are you in need of do you need help with something?
We did, but we figured it out.
Okay. Well, have a
We're
nice.
perfect. We're perfectly fine. Yeah,
We're okay
we're good.
now.
We're really good.
All right. Well, have a good thing then. And the villager just kind of scrambles off.
You too, mate.
That was a close one. We almost got caught.
I helpful.
Little one, why didn't you get Niavara or Opal or Kozik? Are they okay?
Oh, you wanted me to get them? You said get help. I found first person to help.
Oh, you did good. Hey,
That was good, yes.
That was hours ago. Wasn't that hours ago?
Little one, how
Speaking
long
of-
were you gone?
Little one, where are we?
I don't know. I don't keep track of time.
Okay. Zed's gonna look around and see if he can figure out his way back to the bar.
Give me I guess perception with drunken goggles.
Mildred will also be looking for the bar. Oh no.
Same roll.
Oh, yikes. Okay,
Except
what did
mine
we
was
roll?
was a
Yeah.
crit.
What are we rolling? Perception? Hang on, let me see if I can find
With
the way to the bar.
disadvantage if you're drunk.
Yes, perception.
Oh, poor souls.
Perception with disadvantage.
I fucking knew it. Okay, this tracks.
That's awesome.
we just gotta roll with it. This is how it is.
We're gonna walk into some random
We're
person's
rolling with
house.
it, all right.
You know what? I like that idea. You come to a home that looks very familiar to. Well, I mean, a lot of these houses look very familiar because they're kind of the same architecture. So
Zed's so drunk that he sees a sign in front, just like kind of hanging in front of a building. He can't read it because he can't read right now. It's just spinning. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the. It says that's Mott's bar. Is the one,
Right. That's right.
right? Walks in.
That looks good.
So you walk in, and it is a very spacious living room. And you probably think that the bar, maybe you found the lounge of the bar. Yeah, that's got to be it.
They
You
move.
found the
They
lounge.
moved all the tables for us.
Not so nice. It's so nice and homey.
Where's Neovara?
I don't see anyone though.
Yeah.
Or maybe they went to the room already. Maybe they went to bed.
If beds is more stairs, I don't think I want to do that.
I might sleep just right here. Yeah.
Yeah, these chairs are very comfortable.
As we're saying, as this conversation is happening, Zed's just kind of like slowly lowering himself. He's kind of like gotten down to one knee and he's gotten like two hands down on the ground. Yeah, this is gonna be a good spot right here. Yeah.
And as you're doing so, you're like next to like a little coffee table. You know, like one you put next to like a couch, you know, just before the big game for those who do sports ball. So you know what I'm talking about. But Zed, you put your hands down, and before you could like curl into a ball, your head just like lays on the table in just this most awkward, like kneeling down, but your back is arched, but your head is on the table. Just
Got
like
like
the
one
most
hand
typical like
posted.
drunkard falling asleep on an unusual position.
Neck's
Oh,
just
that's gonna
bent
hurt
back.
in the
Yeah,
morning.
that tracks.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
And where's Sorry sleeping? There's a
Oh,
nice
that is
couch
a
here.
nice looking chair right there. Big stuffy stuffed chair. And I just plop right down in it, and my head falls back, and I am gone.
And Veldrin.
He's tired, but I think mostly he's concerned that he doesn't see Neovara here.
Yeah, maybe she's in the bedroom. Like maybe she already went to the room. There's a hallway that leads to leads further into the tavern here.
Oh yeah, he's gonna start walking down the hallway, like calling for her.
The person that's not even in the group with your guide.
So you're calling, and I mean it's a pretty narrow hallway, just like 5 feet-ish wide, enough for a single person to walk through, or two people to squeeze through side by side. But you come to a door that's open, and there's a bedroom, and it's very cozy. It's ornate. It has like the bed with the like the velvet sides on it. And yeah, this has definitely got to be your room. But man, that bed looks cozy AF.
He's gonna go over and like check if someone's in the bed?
Nope.
He's gonna keep looking. Like, he's flagging, he's getting tired, but he's also drunkenly determined.
All right. So going through for searching around the inn here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you continue searching around and yeah, you are, see, I would say you look around a bit and you knock a couple things over on your way through because this is unfamiliar to you. And throughout that search, you totally find Niavar. She's like laying on the floor. She seems like she's curled up. Your vision is horribly blurred.
Mm-hmm.
But yep.
He's gonna be like, okay, and lay down on the ground.
All right. And then the camera shifts to the crew in the inn. As the crew in the other inn have called it a night. So Kozik, it seems like it's getting a bit late. Like I said, people have come and gone, just varying degrees of villagers. And Temporalis is like at most he's had like some soup, like some stew, and some like non-alcoholic things, because somebody has to be able to reel people in. But throughout the night, you've been respectfully sipping the what do I call it? The living balm, and yeah, you finish it, and it was pretty tasty. You didn't you got a nice little buzz, but nothing that everybody else is experiencing.
Uh-huh.
It was almost a total party alcohol wipe. But one of you is still conscious, so technically it's not a total party alcohol.
Well, I wonder where they're at. And I mean, I get up and I go to the door and I open, I go to the entrance and I look outside and see if I can see them.
You don't see them around now.
Too many footprints in the snow. People are coming and going all the time. Well, I mean, I don't know where they've got to, but they must have found a soft landing somewhere. I mean, they're all looking out for each other, so I guess they're fine. This seems like a very safe village.
They got Zed. I'm sure they're okay.
I'm sure
They got
everything's fine. I myself am ready for bed.
Yeah, they got little one.
I trust little one almost as much as I trust myself.
Oh. It's a lot of
Ah,
trust.
high trust indeed. And then she's like, "Wait, fuck! I got a sending spell." And
As
she
you
sort of like
as you
perks up.
as you muttered in your sleep. So
I looked at that already.
You sleep cast a sending spell. It just says, "Good night, guys."
or it's like pocket dialing or butt dial.
I
Yeah, just
uh
snoring.
I watched the movie Psycho Gorman yesterday, and there's this scene where he uses his like alien magic to contact another character, and that character is like totally out of it. And the message opens up with Psycho Gorman screaming and being like, "Come find me!"
Nice.
I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
never know what you're gonna
whatever
get psychically.
you s- you send a message of like while you're asleep, so it's this almost like dream stance sort of like just random sequence, and then you're sending it to one of us who's also passed out, so it's just like this awkward sort of dream
Dreams
within a
end.
dream yeah, it's just like it never happened.
Inception. This is how you do in real life, I guess.
Yep, with sending stones. Um, so Kozik, you would see, as things are winding down and things are, the people are kind of filing out. Um, Mox Moxie goes and she goes outside for a second, like literally just a couple seconds, and then comes back in. All right, well, guess it looks like we're. Well, I mean, I'm gonna call it an evening, but
Yeah.
you have your rooms, and I guess I get the luxury of. And she'll look over and see Marlon is knocked out on the table and a couple other people. So at this point, you would notice her appearance change from the humanoid type to very much serpent. Still humanoid, roughly humanoid, but instead of legs, she has like this long serpent tail. Like she has way more serpent features than, well, you've probably ever seen. Um, but even the snake head, but still very female like shape, more slender. And then she essentially like slithers over to the people sleeping, and she just casually picks them up and scoots them into like a corner, and then she'll just slither over to Marlin and hoist him over her shoulder, and then slither over to Neovara and hoist her over the other shoulder.
Oh fuck, big snake.
And then look to Temporalis and Kozik. I will drop them off in the room.
Oh, thank you for that. That's very kind.
Of course, should. And you see, well, you wouldn't hear footsteps going up, but you would see, like, her climb the stairs with relative ease, just kind of slithering on up. And after, you hear a door open, unlock and open, and then, a couple minutes later, you'd see her slither back down and take on the humanoid appearance again. Well, your room is ready, and well, if you steal anything, I'll know.
Ha, yes, of course you would.
And she does like a finger guns towards you, and at that point, there's uh the duplicate does the same thing as she goes behind, like, into the back rooms of the first floor, while the clone, I guess is one way to put it, is keeping watch. Seems like it starts sweeping floors and stuff. And you would even see like a couple of like brooms and mops and sponges just kind of like animate and start cleaning up.
Well, yeah, it seems like it's time to head up to the room and go to bed. So I do that.
Yes, it has been an interesting day. Oh yeah, and she also carried Opal. Actually, she would have had to. Oh, she would have been. She has a strength to carry.
Drag.
Yeah.
Again,
She
she's
she
still a
had she had
human,
the
right? So she
stability
doesn't
to
weigh
be
too
able to
much.
carry. What's up?
Oh, I was just thinking she's a human, so she doesn't weigh so much right now.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, so basically, when she was in her serpentine-esque form, you got the feeling that the fact that she had a tail probably made it much easier for her to carry heavier things. More surface area, not having to worry about pesky knees buckling under you. But so it sounds like yeah. So if you're gonna start heading up, so Temporalis is like, all right, Will, I am going to head up to the room, and I suppose the rest of them will show up when they show up, as you are the expert on when they are done being drunk in towns they have just got to.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get up with the chickens.
Wonderful. Bill, I will see you up there eventually. And he gets up and dusts himself off, takes a final sip of his, beverage, puts the cup on the table, and heads upstairs, leaving you and the other couple of drunkards snoring in a corner. And in the clone.
Well, okay. I don't really want to steal from anybody or anything, but this seems like a pickpocket's dream. But yeah, I'll head upstairs too. I'm ready for bed.
All right. So you go upstairs. You have the key. It seems like she just sort of left it unlocked for you. But you check the key, make sure it's the right one. It's like, yep, this is our room. The numbers line up. The locks line up. And inside, it's not the most lavish of rooms you've ever been in, but it's accommodatable. It's got a couple of beds. It's got a dresser. It's got like a little coffee table. Basically, think like your pretty standard like Motel 6 kind of rooms, like a couple of beds, a little table in between, a little dresser, that kind of stuff.
Nice. And this is my own room.
Mm-mm.
Well, I suppose well, not really. And he points to Niavara and
Oh, they're all there. Okay.
yeah, the ones that were asleep. She just kind of put them in this room.
Okay, fine. That's okay. I guess that's still okay.
Well, I will be over here just meditating for the evening. Do not mind me. And Temporalis just folds his legs and leans his back against the wall and crosses his hands and puts them in his lap as he seems to kind of go into a bit of a trance-like state, just staring at the floor, but at the same time staring off into the distance. Leaving you to be the only one doing anything. So you just kind of deciding to call the evening in here.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing, but yeah, I'm ready to. Yes, I'm.
All right. Basic is me figuring out if you want Kozik to go to bed for the night. TLDR.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I
Okay.
don't have any special preparations or nefarious things I want to do. So
All right. Just checking.
okay.
Kosick doesn't have a 10 step skincare routine.
Yeah, there is the dwarven mask that I put on.
And as you are the only one effectively awake at the moment, as you're laying down to go to sleep, finally, after a long day of all sorts of stuff happening, I guess would be one way to put it. You lay down, and you can give me a quick little perception check as you do so.
Okay.
All right, you'd see it.
Nice.
So outside the window, somewhere like you're looking out the window as you're laying down, and you could swear off of the distance that you can see what looks like some kind of a turtle with feathers just crawling around. And then you fall asleep thinking that it's really just you. Like, that in between conscious and unconscious, and it's just like, eh, yeah, yep, that's gotta be a dream. That doesn't make any sense.
That's that could never exist. Harm. Yeah.
And
A
with that,
turtle with
since
feathers.
yeah, I mean, I guess you can give me a quick history check.
Okay, let's see. While I go off to bed here, let me think historically.
All right.
That
Yeah,
no,
no,
I
it's just gotta be a trick of the. You think nothing of it. And with that, we will effectively wrap up the session because 10:30 is the limit tonight.
Nice.
As people are getting some long needed rest and much needed, well, alcohol, and the consequences of your actions may or may not be something you have to deal with in the morning.
Yeah, like waking
Mhm.
up in somebody else's house.
Or having
That was
a 8-hour meditation session on the floor.
Yeah. Having to clean up drool off of a side table.
Wish them all so
that,
much luck.
that
Veldrin
was
doesn't know what
that
he's
was
sleeping
fun.
next to.
Yeah, what or whom. That was totally
Someone.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Alrighty. With that being said, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. It has been awesome. It's good that I have power tonight and it didn't go out. um. All right. Wait. All right. So we do this every Tuesday at 7:40, typically 7:40 Pacific. Tonight we had to start a little early because people had stuff to do, and we had to end it basically now, which is a perfect time. And yeah. So that's Pacific time, by the way. Specifically Pacific. Um, and for those of you on the Ubles Tubles, we do this over on Twitch, Twitch TV/Cube222. Maybe one day I'll dual stream. We'll see. See. Um, let's see. What else? What else? What else? Announcement things. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have everybody. We've kind of had a bit of a the scheduling boss has been winning the Wednesday campaign for a good bit, but hopefully we'll be able to get back to it tomorrow. The plan, hopefully, is 7. Wow, I said 7. 5:30 Pacific. It's a smaller group. It's homely, and it's still gonna be on Twitch, and yeah. So with that, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And yeah, it's been great. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And I think that's all the announcements. Because I got to figure out, as you can see, as you saw, my avatar is different. So stuff with the program just got changed, and I got to figure that out. So, how about we... Yeah. All right. I'm going to hop on out of here. Stay good to yourselves. Stay good to others. Keep an open mind. Party on. Have a good one, y'alls. Peace.